Until I did this, nothing manifested. It was within 1 year that I was able to manifest my dream apartment, manifest my stay-at-home career, and actually see my 3D reality change in a way that felt effortless and also felt like it was meant for me. So I'm gonna share it with you in this video. Literally disconnecting yourself from the old story, from the old self-concept, from the old identity, and actually stepping into the new identity, embodying the new identity before 3D reality proves it to you. And revision, this is something that the greats talk about, is, like Neville Goddard has so much about revision and understanding the subconscious mind. Emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind has no idea how many years have gone by since a traumatizing event, since something has happened to you that has stained the essence of who you are, to make you have self-doubt, to make you think that you are screwed in 3D reality and things are not working out in your favor, right? Your subconscious mind is running the show. And the subconscious mind manifests itself through the body. How it manifests is it's running in the background like a virus, like a script that no matter what you say, you can't keep the promises to yourself. You say you're going to go to the gym, get healthy, but for some reason you can't get yourself to do it. You say you're gonna spend time working on your business, working on your business model, your idea, and getting organized, but for some reason you can't get yourself to focus on it. You say you're gonna start picking healthy partners and stop dating assholes or people that are not helping you and making you feel good, but you keep subconsciously picking these partners. Why is this? Is because there's a part of you that is glued to those past traumas, events, experiences, and it's running the show. So I'm gonna share with you in this video how I got unstuck, because I grew up with so much trauma, with so much recklessness in my childhood, that I was depressed, I was anxious, I had social anxiety, I had no idea how to crawl my way out of self-sabotage and just repeating the past until I did these steps. So this is what actually works. Number one, if you have a hard time visualizing and revising the past, right? Because these are the steps. You're supposed to go back into a traumatizing event and change the ending that is favorable to you. You change the end that it worked out good for you. But if you have a hard time revising your past visually, you can do it a different way. And this is the way that worked for me. I immersed myself in the past, and I realized through self-study and through reading a shit ton of books is that I am not my past. I am not the unfavorable things that happened to me. I am not my trauma. I am not the things that I experienced. I just experienced them. They are not who I am. So I separated myself from those events, circumstances, and things, and I started to look at myself as just awareness. I started to look at myself as a blank canvas to rewrite everything, right? And so whatever you resist, persist. So I stopped resisting the pain and I went head first into the pain and I felt all my feelings. And I tell you something that's so beautiful about pain and hurt is that you'll feel it for a little bit. You might feel it, deeply, but the moment that you immerse yourself in it, the moment that you just look at it for what it is, it dissolves, it starts to dissipate, it stops controlling your actions. And it's like you're bringing it up into your conscious awareness for you to just be an observer of it and see it. And you say, well, you're no longer going to control me anymore. I see you for what you are. You're a lie. You're just pain and hurt. You're an illusion. It's something that happened to me, right? And like I said, the subconscious has no space and time. It doesn't know if it happened 10 years ago, if it happened 10 seconds ago. And so your subconscious mind believes that you no longer agree with it, that you no longer are choosing to let it control you like the virus in the background, right? And so since emotion is the language of the subconscious mind, you have a whole different emotion about the past. And this is a beautiful thing when you realize that you are perfect, when you realize that everything, I have lipstick on my teeth, that everything that has happened to you isn't you. It's not your identity. So that blank canvas, then you start to create experiences and things that you want to feel and the things that you are walking towards and consciously creating your reality. Fully immersing yourself in it dissolves the negative charge around the past. You stop resisting it, right? You're just like, well, it's something that happened, but it's no longer going to define me. And the second thing that I really want to talk to you about that changed the motherfucking game for me, thing that I did was I really looked at my self-worth, because I realized that self-worth is directly linked to your identity and how you see yourself and your self-concept. And I realized that I had terrible self-worth from my childhood trauma, and seeing my dad walk out and seeing my parents get divorced, and the kids weren't really something in the household that were prioritized, and that I always had to beg for attention and beg to be fully accepted. And so this manifested in my adulthood by picking partners who never prioritized me, picking friendships that also had childhood trauma. And it's like the world is a mirror in every sense of the word. And so how you view yourself is going to manifest into 3D reality. So I got serious about my self-worth. I wanted to feel good in my own right. I wanted to feel like I can manifest abundance and manifest a career in the things that I dreamt of manifesting. So I had to see myself different. So this changed everything for me. I started to create boundaries with human beings in my life that were wrecking my self-worth. If there were people that said they were going to show up and do things and they weren't doing them, and when things got hard, they disappeared, I cut them out of my life. I cut people out of my life that were always second guessing me. I cut people out of my life that I felt like I had to over-explain my intentions and who I just was, right? I started to put myself first every single day. And there's a lot of criticism in Western society and in the hive mind, right? Is that you're not supposed to put yourself first. You're supposed to put your families and the opinions of other people first. You're supposed to put your job first, and everything else takes a back seat. Your health, your mental health, the things that are important to you, you put them in the back seat, right? Because money is the most important thing. No, it's not. If you don't have your health, and if you don't have your mental health, and if you don't feel empowered, money isn't shit, because you can't show up in 3D reality healthy and happy and enjoy the money and enjoy the things that you want to enjoy. So once I started to put myself first and create boundaries and cut people out of my life within this year, so much manifested that I was just blown away to see my reality shift by putting myself first. So you have to do this, okay? And last but not least is your nervous system. Your nervous system is the capacity in which you feel safe receiving. I want you to think of your nervous system as the little boy or the little girl in you. It will always be driven by safety. Your nervous system wants to feel safe. It wants to feel secure. And if it's not, it will be alarmed in the back. The mechanism will be triggered, and you will not be able to calm yourself down in order for you to be able to receive. I want you to look at it as masculine and feminine energy. The masculine energy is the doer, right? It's constantly building, it's the structure, it's the doer. And the feminine energy is the receiver, it's the intuition, it's the stillness, it's the knowing, right? It's softness. But you need to balance these things these two things into 3D reality in order for you to receive your manifestation. And so what I started to do was I started to affirm to myself every day that I am going to create safety for the little girl inside of me that wasn't given it freely. I didn't have it in my childhood. So I have to create the safety by changing my self-worth, knowing that my self-worth only comes from self. It doesn't come from any outside source. Literally, self-worth, self-confidence. I had to build it. And I affirmed to my nervous system, like, I'm not going to abandon you by negative cycles anymore. I'm not going to let negative people come in and hurt us. I'm not going to allow toxicity and negative relationships to keep coming into my world and disrupting my nervous system. So building trust and affirming that to my nervous system, I started to calm down. I started to trust myself. I started to trust my intuition. I started to walk away from the fake security of the world. Of like, go get another job, work harder. You're not working hard enough. You're not good enough. I knew that that was a lie. And I knew that I had gifts inside of me that I needed to get back online and to create abundance from who I am. This is the feminine and masculine energy. I already am perfect. I already am abundant. And this goes back to the law of I am. I am is literally reality creation at its core. It's the first law of creation. When God told Moses to go free the Israelites, and Moses was like, literally like us, like you and I, we're like, wait a minute, go do something I've never done, go take on the identity that I've never known. Moses said, who do I say sent me? And God said, I am that I am, and I will be that I am. And it was written in Hebrew, later translated into the English language of, I am that I am, and I will be that I am is literal creation. You're affirming before you see it in 3D reality. You're creating it. You're casting a spell with your words. You're putting that energy out into the universe. And this is how you create. So affirm things to yourself through your words, through your thoughts, through your beliefs, and create it in real time. So I would say things to myself like, I'm creating new safe experiences every day. I told my nervous system, I'm going to experience more positive events in my future and rewrite those traumatic experiences, right, in real time by giving it to myself and trusting myself. And the more that you show up for yourself, and the more that you do this revision practice and understand that you are not your past, that you are not the traumatic experiences that happen, and that you do have the power to put yourself first, and you do have the power to work on your self-worth and know that you can create anything that you want to create, the more that your reality is going to crystallize and change right in front of your eyes, right? So show up every day. It's like a workout, you know what I mean? And don't put too much pressure on yourself, because the repetition, right? And the emotion, like I said, is reprogramming the subconscious mind. Just do it. Just show up every day. Spend 10, 20 minutes doing these practices. And I guarantee you will manifest your desires. I guarantee you your reality will change. I am Corinne Ellen, and I am a spiritual coach, a manifestation coach. There's so much more information in the description down below. I also have some workbooks that I created from the 250 books that I have read over the past 10 years. I've kind of condensed them down into some workbooks that are linked in my link tree if you want to do the work. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram, which is also going to be in the description. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.